What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all very much. Don't forget to say rabbit, rabbit first thing when you wake up. Hopefully you did already, because if you're watching this and you're already awake, you probably didn't say it, but it's not too late to start off the day with some good luck and to get that for the month, because why wouldn't you want it? You know, it's good luck. All right, let's take a look at the astrology for today. That moon's going to come into Cancer and start to really separate from that new moon energy that we had in Gemini, of course. And I think this is where we really want to feel secure and comfortable within ourselves and within these stories that we're starting and within this identification of ourselves, really getting to the root of the matter and focusing on our personal lives and focusing on our home life and how to find security within, sort of radical life. Life is crazy. Well, it's time to, hunker down and figure these things out. There's immense pressure on it with the squares to Jupiter and squares to Mars in Aries, because we know that if we want to start these stories, we have to, really feel them within ourselves. And it's almost like emotional conflict or feeling almost like not enough. The moon's going to finish off the day with the square to Chiron. Just trying to find that that deep sense of self, and maybe having to put yourself out on a limb a little bit and go into uncomfortable situations to find the comfort. The moon is going to make a sextile to Venus though, and that's definitely some big backup with that nice sturdy dignified Venus in Taurus, having us really look at our self-worth and check ourselves and be is this worthy of a foundation? Is this foundation within myself worthy to build on? Yes, it is. And this is where you can really realize that too. So it's okay, there's some conflict in the day, maybe a lot of emotion getting amplified because there's certain things that are getting cut away so that you can have, it's almost like the foundation was eroding a little bit. It's okay, I'm going to tidy these things up and clean these things up to get them how I really need it within myself so that I can pursue life. And, the sun at 11 degrees is pretty critical. Definitely looking at the excitement, the environment, the home life, very important today. And is it in alignment with who you are and what you're trying to move forward with and what you're building? And if it is, then it's of value. If it's not, then it's not of value. And I think that you can feel it today, and you can feel where relationships are showing up at a valuable level, where, things are just working or they're not working. And I think that that's the simplest way to look at it, is we can try and amplify everything and make some big deal out of all this, but really it's probably much more, just much smaller things, especially with Mercury retrograde, crossing Algol and square Saturn, which we've been talking a lot about. And Saturn's getting ready to stop. Mercury's getting ready to stop. So, especially having the sun at 11 degrees of Gemini too, it's we do not want to have a blocked throat chakra. We can feel all these things are just, all these little things are just adding up to big things, and they're, not, they can't be overcome. But things can be overcome today. But I think it's when you really get back to what's going on within yourself. Stop putting so much pressure on your mind to figure things out. Feel what needs to be gone after. Feel what needs the action. Feel what is going to light up your world. Feel what's, going to put you at a dignified level in life. And do those things and have those conversations and speak up. And it probably won't be that bad. I feel like today's just a bunch of little things that are making us feel a little insecure or a little weak. And we're not. It's just getting over those mental hurdles or those mental mind games we can play on ourselves, to stop tricking ourselves from value, to stop tricking ourselves from how worthy we are to have nice things, to open the doors to some really big abundance in life. And just being curious about what's good. It's we can get so caught up in, well, this is the way it is. This is the way it is. I'll just settle for this. Is that really what you want to build this story on right now? Is that really what you want to build this tower of what you're growing in life right now on that kind of energy? So I think it's just get back to the personal life and stop worrying so much about the exterior, and making sure that especially like I would say relationships and friends and people close to you right now are connected on a deep level. And if they're not, have the conversations and at least say why. Maybe there's a good reason for it. Maybe that's part of this Gemini season and the debate of going back and forth and exchanging truths that, we can find the common ground. We can find where that twin-like energy is at, or know that, no, this is definitely not twin-like energy at, and I don't feel at home and I don't feel safe. And there is some conflict today where we can feel those things. But with decisions, with choices, with grown-up moves and grown-up conversations with that square to Saturn, you can have things justified and figured out and, understood on a bigger level, and have yourself defined on a much more pronounced level as well. But that Venus is juicy, and it's making good aspects to the moon, and the moon's dignified and Venus is dignified, so really that sextile is the good. And this is where your self-worth and confidence of feeling secure within yourself, no matter what's going on outside of you, are some of the strongest blocks you could possibly have right now to build off of and to grow. And even with Black Moon Lilith, they're in Cancer, and the moon going to meet with Black Moon Lilith, you kind of have to just you just have to own things. You have to own up to yourself, your situation in life, and not put the emotional burden on exterior things, but really be like, yes, you know what? I feel this way, and getting to the bottom of why you feel that way and sharing it with people is a big step today. And I think that can go really far in making today a great day. Emotions can kind of get the best of us today if they're in like a dark place. But I think if they're ready to change for light and for better and other angles, you'll find that they're actually really like supportive feelings. It's just like also changing the perspective of like what is good and bad. And maybe there's just little lessons that we have to understand right now too, and not, judge them or have them take us into really weird places, but, use that square to Mars as like a cutting agent. Because new stories are beginning, whether we like it or not. And I think that's exciting. Ace of Wands, but it's in reverse. So we're looking for that wow and that pop and that direction in life right now, and how to really lead and let the heart guide us. And, we're almost feeling like overwhelmed by all these little things. I feel like it's kind of funny to look at little things. But maybe, it's like, are they really that big of a deal, or they just need to have some sort of awareness brought to it or conversation brought to it so that you can really go forward powerfully? And Two of Wands upright, yeah. Because there's definitely connection. There's a whole world out there. You just got to see that the choices you make right now are what is creating the value of life and the security and the foundation of life that you want. And as soon as you make that choice to go with the best things and the happy things and the joyous things, you're going to see how much is really out there for you. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's not a day to feel like we're missing pieces. I think this is where we're actually getting out of feeling like things are missing. And it's like, oh, it was just that thing that had me feeling this way. Or that's what made me feel like I was less than or not worth enough. And it's almost like getting that little puzzle piece that we've been looking for today that maybe brings some really powerful like epiphanies or aha moments that we're building off of. Because I feel like today's a really deep build day for ourselves, and finding that like, yes, I got this kind of energy. But it's almost like, yeah, there's a little conflict, but conflict builds character. And this is some deep like inner character stuff that we're all growing and building on today, so that we can get better and have a great time and existence and experience. Love you all very much. Hope you have a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you all for Thursday's horoscope tomorrow. Much love. Peace.